So we're not actually live yet, but we are live. But I just wanted to check our mic and make sure everything's okay. So if you guys can hear us okay, please say hello. I'm very dry today. We're gonna need this water.
I think it's the heat.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope they can hear us.
Can everyone hear us? Can anyone hear us?
Oh, good.
Sounds good.
Thank you. We're both looking at the screen because there's a bit of a delay and we're like, uh-oh. All right. I guess it's after 1. We can remove that thing and
There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
That's really let's see. No. What is that? Oh, that's this thing.
That.
Yeah. Well, okay, my phone's in the way. I'll have to like hide out here. How's that? You gotta go back to the comments now so we can say hi to everybody.
We're a little flustered today.
We went to get started because I like to make sure everything's just hunky-dory, and then we had no Wi-Fi. We've had 4 power outages in 4 days here. Last night we were just getting dinner ready and it goes again, and we looked at each other, we're like, oh crap, because we had to go out the night before because of the no power, because we live in a very remote area. And so when the power goes down, everything goes down. I mean, it killed all the computers here yesterday. Couldn't print. It's been a thing. So if we all of a sudden just disappear partway through, we'll come back and you could watch us again, maybe we'll just say forget it. I don't know. We'll do our best.
How far we get into
the video. But try and come back. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. It could go out, but we'll try. So I noticed beforehand a lot of people were chatting. Oh, hey everybody! I should say I'm Kellie from Kellie's Bead Boutique, and
I'm Savvy Pants.
Savvy Pants. But when we were you can see people commenting before we went live, and there's people from all over the world. So thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so got all. How you two scoundrels doing? Well, we've had a quiet day here today. It's been very quiet online, unfortunately. And I guess, there's just things going on in the world that make people, I know there's a lot going on in the United States of America with your elections. And I hope that everybody's having them go the way they want them to. And that's all I'm going to say about politics, because that's the danger zone, right? Anyway, okay, so we're going to do a few different things today. We've got some lower prices that we're going to talk about. We've got a project. We've got something else in clearance, and, a few things like that. So one of the things I set up today is, because we are trying to lower prices as many ways as we can, is if you go to the What's New section on the website, you will see what's new lower prices. So anytime I reduce the price on something, I'm going to put it in there. So that's a really good place to see when something is.
That's so nice for easy shopping.
Yeah, because people always want to get a better deal, right? So I have 2 huge shipments coming in from China in the next week, this weekend, next week. And so I'm doing my best to mark those prices down as best as I can. And so you'll probably notice a lot more coming in there over the coming weeks. We just haven't had a lot of new stock lately. So just keep watching as we lower prices. And so I've got a whole pile of price reductions here, and that's what Savvy Pants is going to show you.
For those of you that don't know, Savvy Pants is what my husband, her son, calls me. I guess we should say that.
And we like it. We like it.
It kind of stuck. So
it's
Savvy
cute.
Pants.
It's really cute. We like it. So yeah.
Cousin Karen says hi.
Oh, hi, Cousin Karen.
And Patty got her beads. I packed your beads, Patty.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm glad. I hope you like them, Patty.
Hope I got the break.
Yeah. Savannah still knows, so yes. Actually, so one of the things before we go into showing what we have marked down, so we got a comment on one of my videos from, I guess it was my video from Monday, just sort of asking what's going on. They were under the impression that Savannah was going to be running this Wednesday thing by herself, and I was going to be concentrating on other things, and that's partially true, but we've had to sort of alter things. Sometimes this can just get a little confusing. There's a lot moving parts when you have a bead business. And so Savannah is so new. Like, she's been with us for what, 3 or 4
3
months?
or 4 months.
But she's only just working part-time, and she really has never taken up beading before. So she's just teaching herself some things now and kind of just, flying by the seat of her pants. So for her to take this all over when she doesn't know what the beads are, like, she just, she knows what she likes, but she doesn't know the properties or think, I don't even know half the properties, but there's a lot of things that she doesn't know, and she's really trying hard to learn. But it's one of those things that you can't learn overnight, and it would be really unfair of me to just throw her to the wolves. And not that you guys are wolves, but to just, sort of get her out here and stumbling around trying to figure things out. So I thought it would be better if we both did it, so that because I know some people missed seeing me live. I don't know why, because I was like so terrible with my bags and exhaustion, but apparently you guys still enjoy it. Sorry, we've got the phone thing right in the way here today, but that's the way it is. we were flustered because we couldn't get it to work. Anyway, so we're going to do kind of a mixture of things. So, I'll do a little bit, Savannah will do a little bit. Some weeks it'll just be me. Some weeks it may just be Savannah. I've got some tricks up my sleeve, and it may just be Savannah. And then I'm going to focus more on the YouTube projects when I can. I actually had time on Sunday because we had a power outage. I was able to come down here and film because I didn't need any power on my phone. So I filmed a project. And so when I have time, I will devote some extra time to the YouTube channel. And that's where you will see some things that are a bit more technical. So our goal on Wednesdays is to try and do things that are like user friendly, like really easy. If you've never made jewelry before, we want to try and make stuff that's super easy, maybe beginner level. And so they're not going to be like heavy on the techniques. Also because of the economy, right?
Yeah, I think everything you have been making is very cost effective.
Yeah.
And it shows that you can make really nice pieces for not a really big paycheck.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're spending money.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're trying oh, thank you, Nancy. I've been questioning it lately, so I'm having troubles with it. So yeah, we're trying to do things to show that that you don't have to spend a fortune to bead. So we're trying to do some economical things on Wednesday. So less technical stuff, less supplies, like and we're not going to do kits on most of these things. So although I may do a kit on the one today, I just haven't decided. So if you guys want a kit on this one, just say, please do a kit on this one, because it is kind of cute. So anyway, so that's kind of what we're going to be doing. So we did get a question, and I just didn't feel like typing out a big long answer. And I figured I'm just going to address it on Wednesday because she'll probably watch this. So anyway.
That's right. It's a teaching class.
Yeah, it's a teaching class. And it's just, so Monday's more of a teaching. This is a little bit more of a, like a get together, a girls hangout. Like we're just going to hang out with a bunch of friends. Right now we've got 100 friends watching us. And so that's what we're going to do, right? Does that work for everybody? Like we'll just kind of hang out and, we only have 98 now. 2 people said,
maybe it's because you said it was girls.
Girls. Okay, well, sorry if there's guys, you guys too. I'm just generalizing. All right. I'm just looking at some of the
A lot of people said they like that it's
casual
and easier tutorials.
Cool. Yeah, because not everybody wants to do like brain surgery every week. So
or have the time.
Yeah.
It's nice that they're quick.
Yeah. I try to do quick ones. So all right. So Savannah is going to switch the camera around, and we are going to show you or she's going to show you the beads that we have recently marked down in price.
There's so many. There's a lot of really good options here. Just getting them. So this one here is I am really not good at knowing what things are called.
Aventurine.
Yes.
So this is
matte green.
6mm matte aventurine.
Yeah. And these ones are really neat. So they were originally priced at $18.99, and Kelly was able to drop those down to $13.99. And then you would get the automatic 50% off the $13.99.
Yeah, so much better deal. So
yeah,
basically for $7, you're going to get a really nice strand of real matte green aventurine. A lot of times you'll get glass, which is made to mimic that, but
these ones are showing up a little bit blue on the camera, but they are a real true green color.
Yeah, what's the code on those ones,
The
Savannah?
code on these are ABC192.
So we tell you the code in case you're, you know,
But
wanting
these
it.
will also go into the markdown area, wouldn't it?
It's not marked
Or
down,
the
but the
reduced pricing.
reduced price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can find them there as well. So next we have,
Those are, Nancy, those were a 6 millimeter.
yes. What are these ones? These ones are faceted smoky quartz, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so. I just got to put my glasses on so I can actually read that. Yes, 4 millimeter. Yeah. Are those an actual true 4? Yeah, those are 4 millimeter faceted smoky quartz. And this is really beautiful quality because you can see it's not like a real dense kind of color. Sometimes smoky quartz is just all like really dark, but this has got that nice
it's a little
sort of
transparent.
Yeah, got some variegation to it.
So those ones were originally priced at $22.99, and Kelly was able to drop those down to $13.99. And the code for that is ABC210. There's so much sparkle to that.
So these make really great spacer beads, or you know, anything, but those are beautiful, beautiful quality.
I love the sparkle on those. Well, let's keep going with the sparkly ones because I like sparkly. So these ones are the faceted. These beads. Uh-oh.
Sorry. Oh no, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh, we got him. Okay.
Oh.
our screen just died because I guess it got, you know, maybe it got bumped.
Yeah.
That scared me.
These beads are
They're faceted tourmaline.
Yes. I'm sorry, guys. I am really not great
all this
at
stuff.
reading.
Yeah, so these are a 3 millimeter I cannot speak today. Faceted tourmaline, and the code is ABC233.
Yeah, and those ones were also $22.99, dropped down to $13.99. These ones have a lot of sparkle, but not as much as the last ones. But they're pretty.
They're just different.
They're pretty sparkly.
Yeah,
I like that too.
Are spacers less than 4 millimeters? You know, a spacer can be whatever you want it to be, Sandra. It doesn't have to be 4 millimeters. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, right? So there are no has to be's with jewelry. You can do whatever you want.
So this is the same type of stone, just a different color.
But this is a mixed tourmaline. So that one was just a plain tourmaline. And this is a mix. So it's got all the beautiful pinks and everything in it.
Yeah, I like these ones.
Yeah.
Same price is $22.99, marked down to $13.99. And the code for that one is ABC259.
We don't have very many of these ones left, but these ones are one of my favorites. So pretty.
Yeah, and you could like pick out if like the different beads for different projects, things like that, which is nice.
This also looks really nice if you just string it on to like a fine soft flex or something like that.
Yes.
Really, really nice.
Okay.
This
is large hole blue howlite, 10 millimeter. Yeah, these ones are, we have a lot of these, which is good because they are stunning and I think they will go quite fast.
So you can see the hole's pretty big in it. And you can often accommodate up to 2 millimeter leather, but sometimes, you know, it can be a bit of a struggle, but definitely 1.5.
I think we have some of these in kits.
Yeah, we do.
A couple of different kits.
Yeah. So the code on that one is ABC 400.
And that was $24.99 marked down to $18.99. And again, you would get 50% off that.
Yeah.
Which is a great deal.
And I really wish we could do just the actual price on that. But, you know, there's just been so many things going on that we're still having to keep it at the one price and then do the reduced price. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. I am not a fan of browns and neutrals, but I really like these ones because
they're nice.
All of like this one almost looks like it has a flower in it. It's very hard to see, but it's like this one might come home with me today.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people have seen this because it's newer on the market, and it's called Gobi agate, so GOBI, and the code on this one is
ABC 408.
And it's not as much of a price reduction on this, but I did reduce it.
Yeah, it was $15.99 down to $12.99.
Yeah, but this one's beautiful because it's got browns and pinks and peaches. Like, look at that one there. It's a beautiful sort of peachy pink in there.
Yeah. it almost looks like there's flowers in these.
Yeah, it's
like,
a really beautiful stone.
Yeah.
So that one's called Gobi Agate, and it looks better than it's showing up on our screen anyway. So
this, yeah.
that one's really
That
nice.
one is beautiful. So.
Anything was down on the floor.
Yes. These ones are the matte red creek jasper.
Yeah, and this, what size is this?
This one would be 6 millimeters. And the code for this is BBB041. And it was $16.99, dropped down to $11.99. So it's like $5.50 a strand.
Yeah,
that's great.
Good deal.
Yeah, this will be good for like a men's bracelet, I think, or necklace even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of one of those unisex ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, Lisa, that Gobi agate is even more stunning in person. You know, sometimes things don't translate so well on the screen, but it is really pretty. It's very sparkly, really nice.
Okay. Up next, we have the 10 millimeter large hole gray lace agate. These are big.
Yeah, so those are 10 millimeter. And the nice thing about this gray lace agate is it is gray, but it's got some little, it must have been close to the other, like the lace agates have different colors to them, but this must have been closer to the one that has like peachy tones, because there's a little bit of peach running through it, like you can see
in this one.
on that one. So
yeah, so that code is ADD012, regular $22.99, drop down to $17.99.
And those are the large hole ones again, so you can get your leather through that.
Yeah. And this one, these are great. Sorry. I say things that contradict what I'm trying to say, and I'm working on it, guys. So bear with me here.
These beads.
These beads. I love this one here because I love glitter.
Do you know what this is actually man-made though?
I don't care.
Yeah. So this is goldstone.
Yes.
It's 6 millimeter goldstone, and it is a man-made stone, but most people don't care because it's really pretty, because it looks like it's got like a gold mica on it.
Yeah.
So it's really sparkly.
Yeah.
So people love that.
Yeah. So the code for this one is ABD650. And the original price was $19.99, and we have dropped it down to $7.99. Oh my gosh.
So it's like $4 a strand now. Crazy, right?
I'm so excited.
She's already spent her paycheck today.
I bought a bunch of stuff. We're going away this weekend to my family's cottage, and I'm going to do a bunch of beading and stuff, so I have no paycheck.
And when she says cottage, don't listen to her. It's not a cottage. It's like a big monstrous house that's beautiful, and I would kill to live there.
It's a beautiful place that my parents have worked really hard, and my dad built it.
It's stunningly gorgeous.
Grace, my daughter, has spent probably more time there than she has at home in the first 4 years of her life. So it's a great place. So we are going there this weekend for Remembrance Day weekend.
Yeah, because I think in the United States they have Veterans Day this weekend.
Yes,
and we call it Remembrance Day on Friday. Yeah.
Okay, so this one is the pink zebra jasper, 6 millimeter.
But is this the matte one? This is matte.
Matte.
Yeah, 6 millimeter matte.
Yes, and the code for this one is BBB103. Regular $17.99, and Kellie's dropped that down to $13.99 per strand.
That's a very popular stone. It goes so nicely with so many things. Like mix that with some white howlite, and it's absolutely stunning.
But then you could also go on the flip side. You can go like a dark color.
Yeah, you can go to black,
and then have the lighter accents.
There's so many things you could do with that one. So
so that is it today for the markdowns.
Yeah. So those are some of the things that I got my hands on this morning that I was like, I have to reduce more prices, because I know you guys really enjoyed that. So yeah. So there we go. And we're just going to scoot back here because we have all kinds of little things that we're doing here today. And okay, let me scoot over a bit. Okay, I gotta have glasses on, glasses off. All right, so we did that one. Number 2, we did that one. Number 3, markdown chain. Okay, so yesterday, because it is kind of slow right now, I had my staff, we reworked the whole warehouse here. And we came up with boxes full of stuff that are now going to end up in your hands. And I'll explain why in a second. But one of the things that we found was some old Tierra cast chain that I've had kicking around for a very long time. And it's a beautiful 6x4 unsoldered link, which is really nice because we're selling these off in 36-inch chunks. So if you only want a little tiny bit, you can just open it with your tools and you don't have to cut it so you don't lose a link. So this was regularly, I think, around 60 cents an inch. So for the 36 inches now, I think I marked it down 40%. And so now it's $12.99. So if you're looking for that, you would go on our clearance page and you would look for the code 20-0425-12, and it's $12.99. And then there's only 6 of those. So once those are gone, that's gone.
$12.99 for 36 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, which is really good because I think I did 40% off, which I don't usually do on TierraCast. So that's that. I have to have a short slurp of my water. Yeah, Kirsten. I always say Kirsten. Kirsten, it is really good chain because it doesn't discolor. I've had that for years. Sorry, I needed to have a swig of my water. Okay, so the other thing that we're going to do right now is if you place an order right now, if you spend $25 or more, we are going to add a gift. We went through boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. We don't have anything right here to show you, but I had boxes of stuff that we just kind of found. And what we're doing is we're making up little bags full of things. So there might be some semi-precious, there might be some wood. I've been putting some charms and there's some metal pieces and spacers and you name it. So we're just kind of making up all these little different things. So you'll get one of those added to your order and that will be available until they're gone. So we have quite a few right now, but yeah, so that's one thing that we're doing. And then also, if you didn't see my video on Monday on YouTube, oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we moved the camera. Now I have to find a new place. I got to put my glasses on because I cannot even see these. So there's my earrings, the Delilahs that I made on Monday. And these, like Lori had them held up yesterday. I wish you could see. I'm going to hold it like that, but I bet you can sort of see through there. They're just such a transparent, beautiful blue in there. And they just look so nice. But she held them up against the window and she said, you need to get a picture against the window because these are just fabulous. So these were my mixed metal earrings that I did on my YouTube channel on Monday. So we have those available as a kit for, I think they were $21.99, and that's called Delilah. Sorry, I'm going off camera there.
How does the Canada to USA conversion work?
So right now, I don't know what our dollar's sitting at right now, but generally it's been hovering around 30% for years now. So if it costs, if people in Canada pay $1, you would pay 70 cents. It doesn't come from us; it comes from whatever bank you use. So depending on what your bank conversion is. So I know some people have said that they get an international fee at time. Right now, it's about 25 cents, right? So you never know. Some people have said that they get an international fee charged from they're on their visas and stuff. That's nothing that we do. It's from your bank, but hopefully the exchange rate can offset that a little bit.
Someone was asking.
Oh, Denise, there's the chain. Yeah. So they're 36 inches and we have 6 of them and they're $12.99 and it's Tierra cast chain. Okay. Have I got everything else that I wanted to tell you here? Yeah. Okay. So we are going to make just a little pair of earrings today and they're really cute. So, and if you guys like these, I will make up a kit. I just hadn't, I wasn't going to make up a kit, but every time somebody, I got to do this lower today. No, I'm so used to having to reach up here, but I've now got to try and, yeah. So, anyways, anytime I showed these to people, they were like, oh, those are really cute. So,
let us know.
Yeah, let us know. If you want me to make this into a kit, just say, kit, please. And I will come up with a price and make a kit and maybe come up with a name and everything. So what we're going to be using today is some 22 gauge vintage bronze craft wire. And then I've got some of these new leaves that we got in, and I'm going to be showing you how, actually they go upside down like that. And I'm going to show you how to do a top drill wrap, which a lot of people struggle with. And honestly, sometimes I do too. So they're not the easiest of wraps, but I'm going to show you how I do them, and hopefully you'll find them a little bit easier. We have a couple of these distressed, I think these are like the 13 millimeter distressed hammered rings or whatever we call them from TierraCast. I have a couple 6 millimeter melon beads, and some of these really little, they're not really little, but they're about an 8 millimeter bead cap. And I'm going to show you what to do to make those work for the size because they're a little bit on the large side. And then we have these little bell flowers, and these are in a beautiful, what color is this one? I cannot read my, I've got some notes over here, but I don't know. I can't remember what color those are, but those are really pretty. Teal. Yeah. And then I have a pair of TierraCast ear wires. And then for tools, we're going to use our bent chain nose pliers and our pliers, our round nose pliers, our cutters, and we're going to use some wire straighteners. So that's 2 tutorials in a row where I've used wire straighteners. Never use them, and all of a sudden I just can't get enough of them. Anyway, so I'm going to cut some wires. So, I always cut more than I need. So I'm probably going to cut a good 8 inches or so on this one. So I'm just going to see if there's any questions. I'm going to have, you can talk for a second because I have to have a drink of water.
Put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, just say hi to somebody.
Yeah. I will say I love watching Kellie do this because it's really showing me, it's teaching me, and these tutorials are great for beginners. So if you have anyone that's a beginner, send them this way.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's helpful.
Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate that. Okay.
No scissors.
Yeah, no scissors. And if I needed them, it would be a miracle because I would not have them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my wire and place it through my leaf. So it goes through the top there like that. And I'm only going to run it down just a part, like I'm going to leave maybe 2 inches on one side and 2 on the rest, the big long piece on the other. I'm just going to make sure I'm on camera here. So I am going to pull my long one up and over and my short one up and over. And what I want to do is pull it as close to that bead as I can get it. So it's basically kissing the top of the bead there. So you can see that there's like a little cross over there. So what I do is I come in right where that little X is. So I want to get right in nice and tight there. And I sort of make sure that normally what I do, I don't do it, this way. I do it this way, but that doesn't work very well when I'm trying to teach something. So I kind of come right in here and I make sure that this part of my plier, so on this side, is right at the center point. So I'm just going to look back so I can see that if I bend it there, I'm going to be right at the center point. And I push down as I do that and bring it up. And now you can see that is right directly in the center, which is exactly what we want. So you could not get much easier than doing it this way. Now I'm going to take this bead because we have the luxury of doing this. Normally what you try to do is jerry rig your tool in there. But what we can do on this one is we can kind of flip it up a little bit. So I can get my tool across there. And now I'm going to take this long one and I'm going to just wrap it around a couple times. So I'm going to go up maybe 3 times. So we've got nice little wraps. And then I'm going to come back down. Sorry, I got to stay on camera here. My boss over here is telling me I'm not on camera. I'm so used to doing it one way, All right, so there you go. That is how you do a top drill bead. I've never done one I don't think I've ever done a top drill bead, have I? You guys that have watched me for a long time, have I ever done one? I don't think so on a tutorial. I really don't remember ever doing one. I don't even actually carry that many. But when I got these in, I thought, I better show the people what to do with them. So now all I'm doing is just kind of pushing that down, that little burr. So, and I'm just going to straighten this wire out now. Now look at that. Look how perfect that is. And not that I'm saying that I'm perfect, but it doesn't take very much. Perfect. Yeah, I think it looks pretty darn good. It's centered, it looks good, and that's what we want. So the key to that is hugging it nice and tight, making sure you're exactly in that center. And then when you bring your tool in, make sure you're accounting for the part that you've got to position this side of the tool in the center, like not the actual tool itself, but this side. So you have to sort of move it over ever so slightly, but pretty easy on that one, I think. These go together in mere seconds. So now we're going to put our little bellflower on there, and then we're going to stack another one on top. or my bead cap on top. But you can see that that kind of doesn't fit very well. It sort of goes off on the sides, but I don't really mind too much that it does. But if that bothered you, what you could do is you could come in with your, what are these things called? Wire straighteners. Goodness gracious, I swear, some days. So, and you can just kind of, it's hard to show you because I kind of have to hold on to it. But I'm just kind of moving this in. I'll try and do it like this. I'm just going to move those. I'm barely moving it. You probably wouldn't even be able to see. I'm just taking those little petals and I'm just pushing it in a little tiny bit, and then I'm going to test it and see how it fits. And I'm actually going to make 2 earrings on camera today. I never do that. But you see how, yeah, see how that fits just a little better?
Hugs it.
Yeah, it hugs it a little bit better. I can see this side needs to go over a bit too. And the reason I'm going to make the second one is because I want to show you how to do that one more time. That top drill thing, and watch, it probably won't work out for me on the second one, but that, you know, that can happen too, right? So, all right. So there we go. See, that just kind of fits on there a little bit nicer. And now I'm just going to add my little melon bead. And see, that just makes kind of a nice little run like that. So now I am going to take my chain nose pliers and just go on the top there like that and bend away. And then I need to make sure that when I'm using my round nose pliers that I come up enough to accommodate for the size of my ring. So I'm going to go up just a little bit, and I'm going to go up and over and straight down and rotate my plier so it's parallel to the table, and then pull that back. And you can see I have too much wire, but that's kind of how I roll. And then now we have to make sure that we put our ring in before you wrap it up, because that's something that I too can forget. So I'm just going to wrap this up. And so I'm going to go down a couple times until I meet that bead. And then now I'm going to go back up. And we're just trying to cover that up nicely. So I ended up with about 4 wraps there, but I wanted that really nice and neat. You know, like if you're into the sort of messier, bulkier wraps, go ahead, that's fine. But I'm just giving that a little trim. And then now I'm just going to give that a little push down. And there we go.
Kelly, do we have a lot of different melon beads?
We do. We actually have a fair amount. Yeah, there's, I mean, we don't have a ton, but we do have a fair amount.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Somebody asked?
Kirsten said she loves the melon beads.
Yeah, I do too. They're just kind of a nice little accent because they always have a really pretty color addition in the groove, which I kind of like. Mm-hmm. So now you can see that this little end that I put on there on my wrapped loop is a little tilted. So I'm going to just kind of take my plier and pull that up. And that's just because it's 22 gauge. And now we're going to open up our ear wire. And there we go. That is done. Do you guys want to see me do that again? Or should I just sub in the one that I already have made? But now you can see how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? So 2 questions. Do you want me to make it again so you can see it for a second time? And would you like a kit?
One person has said they would like a kit.
Oh, one person said they'd like a
Yes.
kit? Okay. I can probably have it up within an hour. I just have to take pictures and price it out and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it would be super expensive. And I think we have enough parts to make quite a few of them, but kind of a cute little earring, right? So,
Olga said yes, please.
Yes, please.
Is that yes, please to doing another one or a kit?
Sorry, Kristen.
Another kit. Someone said a kit.
Okay. Well, let me just throw this together again. I can do this super fast now that we've gone through that one.
Lots of people would like a kit.
Lots of people would like a kit. All right. Well, let's do a kit on it then. Okay. So just so that you know how to do it.
I have an idea.
What? Can
we get them to name the kit?
Yeah, let's come up with a name.
Everyone put down an idea, and then we'll pick one that we like.
Yeah, and yeah, well, yes, we could pick somebody's name from here, but yeah, somebody come up with because somebody got a grandmother that's got a really cool name, or an aunt that's got like a really interesting name. Maybe we'll try something like, because the last one we named after your grandmother.
Stella was after
Stella
my
was,
grandma.
yeah.
Delilah was after a radio show I listened to as a kid.
Autumn Leaf Kit. Yeah. Autumn, actually, Autumn's a good girl's name too, because you always use girls' names and it kind of suits. So anyway, so I'm just going to show you this part just to kind of, reiterate what I did. So you're just going to pull this one up nice and tight and over, and pull this one up nice and tight and over, and hug that really close there. You don't want to bend your wire anywhere, but just get it sort of, situated so it's in the middle. Now I can see that this one didn't kind of line up, so I'm going to just make it line up. There we go. Now, when I come in here with my pliers, I want to make sure that I'm taking into account that I need to move that over just a little bit so that that inside is at the middle. And then when I bend it up, let's hope and pray that it's in the middle. And that's pretty close. Sometimes it might be off a little bit, but if anybody's that close to your ears, there should be something way more exciting going on. So now we're just going to wrap that up really fast. Like, look how fast I can make these. So I'm going up 3 times and I'm going to go down. Now this one's not going to be as perfectly wrapped as the other one, that's for sure. Because the other one I was really taking my time. But that didn't turn out too bad. So a lot of people are afraid of doing top drilled. That was one of the things we heard in the store all the time was, oh, I don't want to do those. I don't know what to do with a top drill. But you can see how easy that is to wrap. And I tell you, when I learned how to make them the first time, I thought, well, whoever created that, it was crazy. It was so convoluted. So I think I've made it fairly easy there. My
got some great names.
Fannie Mae, I like that.
Odessa.
Lila leaves.
Odessa.
Those are good too. Okay, so now I'm just going to make this bead cap fit a little bit more. So I'm using my wire straighteners. Now the reason I'm using these is I want to not add any marks on this metal, because if I was to use my pliers, it would add some marks on the outside of this bead cap. I know I would see some little marks there, and you don't want to see that. So if you don't have wire straighteners, take a pair of pliers and add some painter's tape on the outside, and that will do the same thing. And so that just makes it fit just a little bit better. All right, so now we're going to add our melon bead. So you see how quickly those stack up, right? Super easy. And then I turned it around there because I wanted to see the front, and this is the front of my bead. And I can see that this one's off a little bit, just a little bit. You can see it's slightly crooked because I was kind of doing it quick. So take a little bit more time than I did, I suppose, and make sure that you get it centered. Because I took a lot of time on the first one to make sure that it was centered, and I didn't on the second one. So just make sure when you get to this point that you put in your ring, because that is something that I forget all the time. I'm always sort of thinking 2 steps ahead of myself. So wrap down and then just wrap back up until you are happy with the way it looks. And then give that a little trim and add your ear wire. And I'm just going to sub out the other one that I've got made because
it's not centered.
No, it's not centered, so it's not perfect. And then I make myself crazy. So there you go. There's our pair of earrings that are completed. And I know it's a little bit far away, but I will take a really good picture of them. It's beautiful, sunny, cold day here. So it'll take really good pictures. But aren't those cute? Those turned out really nice, I think. And it's super simple. Anybody can make them. So Lucille. Oh, hey, that's a good one. I like that name.
There's some really great names I've been watching.
Are there?
Yeah, we'll have to go.
Sassy Pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that's the one thing. When I had my jewelry line, we can switch this back to see people can see our mugs. So thanks everybody. So these I will take a picture and put them up, and they will be a kit. But when I had my jewelry line, let's see, I'll go back there again. We have to get close to each other. I started off, I think I've told this story before, but I started off with having things like, the river flowing through the mountain. That, I would have stupid names like that. And you do that 50 times and you think, oh my goodness, I'm not doing that again. So I changed to girls' names, and that whatever the piece felt like. So if I would look at it and think, oh, that looks like something a Greek goddess would wear, I would look up Greek names. Or, if it looks like something, kind of Romanesque, I would look up Roman names. So
someone would like us to model the earrings.
Model the earrings?
I have my ears pierced, but they grew over, so.
Well, I'm not
I
in
won't be
camera.
piercing them on camera for you. Yeah, they're nice though.
So you don't ever wear earrings?
Nope. I react to the metal, to any type of anything in my ears. They really hurt.
And didn't Grace get one ear pierced, or no?
She had two, but it fell out, and
then the other one
could never get it.
Yeah,
she wants them done again, like Daddy. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's your. Which one is your Lucille? Is your legal name? No, it's been called. I'm trying to read back on some of these comments. So,
love the double stack wrap.
Yeah, that double. Yeah, because that's when I go down 3 times and then I go back up 3 times. That's like a double stacked wrap. It's sort of like some people call it like a messy wrap, but mine never looked messy.
I thought it was a bracelet.
Oh, yeah, no. So, yeah. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys again. I say guys all the time. That sounds so bad because I know when I watch people on YouTube and they say guys, I say shut up, stop saying guys. It sounds bad, but it is really hard when you're doing these to not say guys. And I can't say just gals because I know there could be guys watching. So peoples, I don't know. I never know what to say.
Next week's video, Savannah re-pierces her ears. I mean, I could do it. On my wedding day, my mom re-pierced mine. She did? Yeah, because I wore earrings.
Why did you leave them in then?
Because they hurt.
Oh.
Beauty is pain.
Yeah, so you should wear your earrings all the time.
No, because they get infected.
Excuse me.
Anyways.
Jeez, sissy. Okay, talk for a second.
Okay. Well, it has been lovely. And thank you for sitting in on our chaos today. I feel like we're a little rangy today.
Well, it is very different having somebody beside me because I'm used to doing this by myself. It's really good. I like it. But it is kind of not awkward. It's just different. It's different. We're in a very tight little area here. We're not little girls. And so, we're kind of smushed in here, but we have fun. We like doing this. It's lots of fun.
And we will go through all the names and we will pick a name.
Yeah, we'll pick a name. So I just have to look back on all of these names, and maybe it'll even just be somebody's name from here because there's some good names out there. So anyways, thanks for playing along today. We appreciate you coming for a visit. And don't forget, if you place an order for the next little while, we will be giving you a free gift with purchase just for placing an order if it's over $25. All right. So go off and make some fabulous jewelry, and we will see you again on Monday with another project on YouTube, and then again on Wednesday. All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good day.